Good morning children. Welcome back to the English class. And we have already completed our second unit. And now let us see the third unit. We go to the third unit. And the third unit deals with human relations. Third unit deals with human relations. So we see here in this unit. So there is an old man saying, a 72-year-old man was saying, as I sit here alone and waiting, I gaze at people passing me by. As I sit here alone and waiting, I gaze at people passing me by. I try to smile and reach out to them. But no one notices, no one waits. They look to me like I am nothing. Are they afraid to be seen saying hi to an old man like me? Or are they afraid to be seen saying hi to an old man like me? See this. Here, a 72-year-old man was sitting in the veranda of, you can see in the picture, in the veranda of a house, a small house. So he was observing the people passing by. So no one notices him. Just even though someone looking at him, they see that there was nothing. They did not notice him. They did not even say hi to the old man. They did not even wish him. And even though he tried to smile at them, they have no expression. They did not show any expression towards him. Because they found him nothing. He is a waste. Because as it was a 72-year-old man, they seemed talking to him and just wishing him or just giving a smile to him is just nothing but waste. If you go outside, how many of your age people or more than your age students or brothers, sisters, will you talk to them? You will talk to them, many of them. And when your father goes, many people will talk to him. But so see here, this 72-year-old man, he is neglected by all. So old people are neglected everywhere. So my suggestion is, if you see such an old man or old woman on your way, just give a smile and wish them. Just ask him whether they had a breakfast, lunch, that's it. So they will be satisfied. They don't expect much more than that. They just expect someone to talk to them, that's it. So this is what here this old man wants to say. Here we should know about the human relations in the same. Now let us come to the lesson. So the first lesson is the journey. So it was written by Eshi Dorji Tongji. Other name is Eshi Dorji Tongji. He was an Assamese writer, and he was born in May 1952. He wrote fiction, drama, essays, everything. Assamese writer, and D.P. Nath translated it into English. So he translated it into English. He wrote in Assamese language, and he just here when we come to our lesson, the main character in this lesson is the narrator. The narrator means one who tells the story to us. Narrate means it tells. Narrating the story. The one who tells the story to us is called a narrator. And he was not given any name. And we have to call them to wrote the lesson, the narrator or the author and his father. No names were given. We can say narrator Eshi Dorji Tongji only. So, and the narrator was narrating himself the story, that throughout the story he was telling I. Not he was given he went or he came, but I came in such a way. So his father and parents and everyone is there, but these two only are in the story. And so this whole story deals with the thoughts, because there are very little few dialogues rather than all others are only thoughts of this his narrator. So you can also learn by reading this lesson how to write thoughts. Thoughts of a person. So here, after spending a leisurely Sunday, leisurely Sunday. How do we feel? How do we, the very thought of returning to school on Monday, to work on Monday is very tiring. So we feel very bad to come to school on Monday because Monday is the starting of a week. There onwards again we need to wait for a weekdays for a holiday. So if holiday extended an over period, if holiday continues for an over period, lethargy creeps. Lethargy means laziness. Lethargy means laziness. Here comes this narrator also feels the same because he came to his village. That means his parents lives in a tribal area, in a hilly area. So there he came, and why did he come there? For a special purpose, to get married. For getting married, he just came. How long did he stay here? Already 6 months over. 6 months he came and he stayed. Now he has to go back to his workplace. Where is his workplace? It is Bomdila. It is Bomdila, his workplace. He has to go, but he did not want to go because of all these holidays, 6 months holidays. Now how do we feel? We are staying at home. Suddenly if you are called to school, some of you are interested, but many of you are feeling, oh no, we have to go to school because we are enjoying the holidays. So in such a way, he also was enjoying his holidays 6 months for 6 months and really did not want to go to workplace. But he has to go to his workplace. So what did he do? First, if he doesn't go, he is a government employee. White collar job, that means a government employee. If he did not go, what will happen? Till then, he has already, even though in the leave, he already has got the payment. That means salary. Now, he has to take unpaid leave. Unpaid leave means he won't get salary if he continue his leave. Actually, he wanted to take unpaid leave also because he wanted to stay back for some more days here. But finally, he decided to go. After some dilly-dally means taking a long time to do something because whether to do or not. So who gives lot? So if anything, whether I should go or not. So all this dilly-dally for going on for some time. After this dilly-dally, he decided to move back to the workplace because he got married. So marriage has increased his debt up to, so loans, and he has some more responsibilities, so that he has to go. Marriage has increased his responsibilities and he has already got into debt. Because of his marriage he expended all his money, so that he spent all his money, so there was no money with him, so he spent out all of it. Now if unpaid leave means it's difficult for him, and he has now responsibility of his wife, even though he did not want to leave his newlywed wife. So he has lethargy, he had to go. So the day came, he has to go, but he has one problem. What was the problem? While coming from his workplace to his hilly area, there won't be any vehicles to his until his village. That means to his hilly area, because there is narrow hilly area. There are all up and downs only, so no vehicle comes there. He has to go by walk 2 kilometers or more than 2 kilometers until he reaches Iran. Iran is the bus stop there. On the way by his home, the porter carried his luggage. Now, what was his trouble is he has to carry his own luggage. But he is a government employee. So he has shunned of physical labor, because shun means avoid physical labor from his childhood. So, and his false prestige. If I carry the luggage, whole world would laugh at me. So I don't want to carry luggage. If any other time, all the villagers, any one of the villagers would come and help him. But at that time, everyone was busy with the field works. So he could not ask anyone. Finally, his father came up with a solution. came up with the solution? His father came up with the solution, and he said that I will carry the luggage. I'll see you off. See you off means send off. You send off at the Diran. Actually, he did not want to let his old father to carry his luggage. This was his main problem. So, but he did not want to carry his luggage at all. So again, dilly-dallying came. And finally, he let his old father to carry his luggage because his false prestige, because of his studies, and because of his white collar job. His white collar job and his studies and his false prestige. These three avoided him to ask his father not to carry. So that day came. Father already taken the luggage on his hat and started away. It was 10:30, and by the time only father moved, and everyone, all villagers came here, gathered to say him send off by, and he moved. Father had already crossed one hill. 1 kilometer after only he could catch him. He walked very fastly and finally catch father. So father was walking, and when he walked fast, he really was breathing very heavily. Father laughed at his life. Oh, this small little distance has tired you? Father asked him, because they habituated to walk all the way every day. Whenever they want, they'll go by walk. They're not habituated to any vehicles like us. So that is a common walking and just a little distance for them. And okay, if you want to take rest, let us sit for somewhere. Say they both sat, and the narrator took rest for some time. And father was carrying the trunk. Trunk means a chest, a box, trunk. So he was carrying, and the narrator was carrying a small briefcase, like a small bag, and one can of wine. Can of wine. Wine means homemade palm wine, kallu. So he was carrying it. Father, after sitting for some time, in a matter of fact manner, means some other, just like this, wetting his lips and saying, I am thirsty. So it doesn't mean that he wants to drink water. It just means that in a matter of fact manner. That means he just wants to drink something. What is that something? The homemade palm wine. But he did not say it directly. And so the narrator understood that he just handed over this can to his father. So he just poured that in one mug of palm wine, and just drank it in one go. One go means single go. Oka gukkalo. And one full go. Again, he was really happy and started their journey. They both of them were started. Father was carrying the luggage and son was following back. This was the picture. They seem to be that both of them belong to the different languages, because both of them did not speak anything. Until they reached Iran, they did not speak a single word also. Only father said that I am thirsty. This is the word we heard. And reminding all others are his dilly-dallying. That means that his narrator's thoughts. The narrator who was walking along with father was really feeling bad that he allowed is it good for me? How could I allow my old father to carry luggage? But inside, so his conscience was giving warning to him. How could you allow? But he did not want to take the luggage because his false prestige. So to satisfy his conscience, do you know? Manasakshi. So if we do any wrong, that wants us, if you steal anybody's things, or not, I don't think so that you will steal, but if you do something wrong, you have some fear. Where do you get that fear? That is our conscience, manasakshi. So it wants us, it wants to make us always the perfect, to be the perfect. So it wants to purify our soul every time. So his conscience always wants him. How could you make your old father to do? But he was answering. And when you are copying, if you are getting, what do you say your conscience? Oh, my friend is also copying, everyone was copying, why don't I? So do you? That's the way we have to answer our conscience. He was answering. Father was really more strengthy than me, because when I was in the hostels right from my childhood, I was physically useless because I not habituated to carry luggage. So even though my father is old, he is better than me. This is one answer he was telling to his conscience. He was thinking and telling answers to his conscience. He was not revealing it out. He was not even say sorry to his father. And next, he was thinking that if I carry the luggage, the whole world would laugh at me. And even my father also feel very bad. This is another one. This is answer also he was telling. And another third thing is, father provided everything for my education, and I made their dreams true because of getting government job. Now they are respected by whole villages. Everyone is there giving respect to them. Why? Because of me. So he could. So all these answers he was telling to his conscience. That means he was thinking himself. But he could not answer, and he could not even take the luggage from his father. And they were walking. Finally they reached Diran. And their bus did not come. Bus had to come from Tawang. From Tawang it has to come. So Diran is the bus place. The bus did not come. So they both sat in a tea stall. They both were having tea. And father talked for the first time. Do you have any pair of old shoes? Old shoes? Why? Then he observed that the road is uneven and the pebbles are there. So that hurts my feet. Then he observed his father's feet. They look like the feet of the elephant because of cracks. Seems to be like the feet of elephant, like cracks. He did not even notice till then the father's feet. He did not even notice about the unevenness of the road, because he was wearing hunting boots up to here, like hunting boots he was wearing. When the first time he noticed everything, so what did he want to do? He has already wore hunting boots. A pair of canvas shoes also 12 rupees only. Canvas shoes if he buy also 12 rupees only. He had already 40 rupees with him. The remaining money will be enough to reach Bombay. Okay, he wants to buy a new pair, but father rejected. No. You don't need to buy a new pair to me. It's enough for me. You just give me your old pair. Father said strongly. Okay, without any interest, he just opened his old hunting boots and gave him back. And from his box, from his trunk, he had another leather shoes. So he has taken out and wore them. And he went into the bus. He sat in the bus, and again. Then he just looked back. Father was telling, okay, take care, write to us. That means write a letter to us after reaching there. So they both started their journey. When he saw backside, that the way they came seemed to be like a giant rope. Rope means salt. So like a giant rope. Father and son, both of them started their journeys. Son, but both in the opposite directions. Son was going to Bongila, his workplace, with a luxurious berth in a seat. Happily he was going. And father had to walk by walk. So here, not only the ways we are seeing, we are the ways of their lives. So the way of the son's life seems to be luxurious because he is a government employee. And father who lives in the tribal area, and he has to go back to his village only by walk. Again the whole distance, 2 hills they have to, I think 2 more hills they have to cross to reach their place. So that's the journey. The journey is 2 different journeys here. Father journey and son's journey. 2 different lifestyles also we can see here. So that's the end of the story, children. And we will send you the work in the second unit through WhatsApp, and let's you do the work. Second unit 2.1, Dear Departed 1. Passage question answers you write, and I will send you the answers. Okay, Nana? Write the passage question answers of 2.1. You have already heard the lesson now. so that you read the lesson once again and write the past question answers in the material workbook part. So I will send you the answers.